Okay, well, we have used a lot of folding phones in 2024. OnePlus Open, Samsung Z Fold 6, Vivo X Fold 3, even flip phones like Z Flip 6, etc. There's a one-on-one pattern with all folding phones. Overpriced. Like, I would personally want to daily drive a folding phone, but the pricing makes me hesitate. So, the OnePlus Open with 16GB RAM and 512GB storage from a launch price of 1,39,999 to 1 lakh. If you add in a card discount, it comes to 95,000. Now, at that price, it's the most affordable foldable from a well-known brand. Yeah, foldable and affordable. Plus, there's a common trend in folding phones that they use Snapdragon chips. Mostly. So we'll be talking about which foldable is for whom, what are the cons and the benefits of using Snapdragon processor in a folding phone. By the way, this video is made in collaboration with Snapdragon. So we'll be talking about why Snapdragon chips are used in folding phones. This is Prateek, you're already watching TechVisor. Let's go. So we have tried a lot of flip phones this year, but the 6th generation of Samsung Flip seems to be very popular amongst you guys. The Z Flip 6 launched in India for 1,09,999, making it the most expensive Samsung Flip ever. Now the prices of this folding phone keep on fluctuating, so if you want to check out, we'll link the best prices in the description below. 3 new things that it gets. First of all, it is powered by the latest Snapdragon processor, Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. It's the only flip phone in India to come with the latest Snapdragon flagship processor. On Antutu, it scores above 14 lakh. Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 is based on 4 nanometers, so just to give you an idea, a phone processor is a bit complicated, but I'll try to explain it in very simple words. It has a CPU, and this CPU has different size of cores. Here it is 1 plus 5 plus 2. Now imagine your CPU as comic characters. So 8 Gen 3 uses the new One Cortex X4 at 3300 MHz. This is like your Superman. Handles the heaviest super tasks like 8K video recording, etc. Rest 3 cores, Cortex A720 at 3150 MHz. This is like Batman and Robin, who handles not so heavy but split screen tasks, multitasking, work, gaming, etc. 2 slightly lowered clock cores, Cortex A720 at 2960 MHz. These are like Aquaman and Wonder Woman. They come in handy for tasks which need power and battery like video playback, etc. And finally 2 cores, Cortex A520 at 2270 MHz. This is like Flash, and only for specialist tasks like social media, browsing, music playback, etc. They consume very less power and are good at battery efficiency. Now the Z Flip 6 comes with a 3.4-inch folder-sized cover display. The good thing is, with the help of good lock modules, you can pretty much run any apps on this outer screen, be it Rapido, Uber, Instagram, anything. In fact, it is possible and powerful enough to run BGMI on the outer cover screen. The outer cover screen is now only at 60 Hz, and it's important that your apps run well on the outer cover screen, because in a flip, you will use this screen most of the times. The inner screen is a tall 6.7-inch 120Hz AMOLED display. Also, it gets a 50 megapixel main camera plus 12 megapixel ultra wide angle camera. The photos from the main camera look good, vibrant. Also, the Z Flip 6 is IP48 water resistance, so you can dip it in water. See, you need to take care of folding phones slightly more. These are not rough and tough, so having IP resistance on a folding phone just gives you a bit of peace of mind. Next up is Z Fold 6. Now Z Fold 6 is available on the official Samsung website at 1,64,999. Now similarly, Z Fold 6 is powered by Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, but 3 things I liked about the Z Fold 6 which no other foldable out there can do. Number 1, separate displays. I believe in terms of foldables, Samsung has the best software optimizations. Like, first of all, the home setup of my cover screen is completely different from my inner home screen. So if I put up my apps on the cover screen, it doesn't appear on the inner home screen. So this way the phone acts like it's 2 different phones. I usually use different apps when I'm outside, and it's mostly the cover screen. When I get back home, I open the Fold and use it as a tablet, which is separate apps. So basically, if you connect the Z Fold 6 to a monitor, it opens up this laptop-like screen. This is DeX. You can connect a keyboard, mouse, in fact even a gamepad, and play games on the bigger screen. So basically the 8 Gen 3 is powerful enough to run the Z Fold 6 like a makeshift PC. Number 3, the Z Fold 6 supports S Pen and AI. The biggest deal with Z Fold 6 is the AI features. The inner screen of the Z Fold 6 is perfect for sketch work, and it also supports S Pen. Now of course, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 supports on-device AI, so you can use the S Pen and scribble over a photo, and using AI, you can convert it into a real-life drawing. This is very helpful when I have to sometimes give a thumbnail idea or a graphic or a tweet concept. Now AI works in 2 ways on smartphones as of now. Number 1, AI which requires an internet connection. It gives better results since it gets data from the cloud, but it is slower. Number 2, AI which happens on device. Can transcribe your voice recordings without internet on device. This is much faster than AI tasks on cloud. But for this on-device AI, the phone has to keep AI models on the phone. So this speed is possible because the 8 Gen 3 NPU supports AI models with up to 10 billion parameters. Else the Z Fold 6 supports IP48 resistance, same, you can dip it in water. It also has other flagship features like wireless charging. You can also do reverse wireless charging to charge other TWS on the back. The only thing is, the Z Fold 6 has 4400 mAh battery. If you use the phone from the cover screen mostly, it lasts an entire day. But if you're on a vacation and you use the inner screen quite a lot for gaming, watching Netflix, all of that, the battery life doesn't last an entire day. You'll have to charge it twice. Now, before we move on to the OnePlus Open, it's important to know why foldables only use Snapdragon processors. Like when Vivo launched its first foldable in India, unlike their flagship, the foldable was based on Snapdragon processor. Like number one, Snapdragon, unlike other processors, comes with Adreno GPU. And just to show you the performance difference, if you run 3D Mark here on OnePlus Open and Z Fold 5, have a look at the stability score. So foldables are different than other smartphones. Here you need to sustainably power two displays at one time and even support multiple split screen apps. In those scenarios, Adreno GPU is better than the competition. Number two, another thing is proper driver support. Snapdragon supports their processor for a long time. In fact, in the recent Snapdragon 8 Elite announcement, Snapdragon will support their latest flagship for 8 years. So if a brand wants to push software update to their phone for 8 years, they can choose to do it. These two factors, plus they work closely with brands in terms of folding phones, which makes them the first choice when any company launches a folding smartphone. Now coming down to OnePlus Open. I believe OnePlus Open at this price range is a very good folding phone. Now I used the OnePlus Open previously for a month and 3 features that I really liked about it. Number one, personally I like that the cover screen of the OnePlus Open can be easily used with one hand. The outer cover screen is 6.3-inch LTPO3 AMOLED display. The display can dynamically adjust between 1 Hz to 120 Hz. The inner display is more squarish than tall and it feels more like a tablet. The inner display is a big 7.82-inch 2K 120Hz display. The inner folding display is also LTPO and it can go down to 1 Hz all the way from 120 Hz. The OnePlus Open also comes with Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, which is 2023's flagship processor. And let me show you how powerful the chip is. There's a OnePlus feature called OnePlus Canvas, which can open 3 apps at once. So if I open a game like Genshin Impact, Google Maps with navigation, and something like Google Chrome with an article of best places to visit in Delhi. Now I can keep all of 3 open at the same time and see, switching between these apps is so smooth. And other small things works very well. Like suppose you're recording at 4K 30 FPS, the 8 Gen 2 is powerful enough to let you switch between all the 3 cameras while you are recording the video. Also, I took this on a trip to my village. I took a bunch of photos and they came out sharp, poppy. So for the price, the OnePlus Open has a very good camera when you talk about folding phones, especially the zoom range. There are only a few things which I didn't like about the OnePlus Open. Like first of all, if I want to dock up the display like this, see, the cover display shuts down. I usually used to dock the phone up like this while cooking so that I could watch a video. Also, the OnePlus Open doesn't support wireless charging. It has only IPX4 rating that it can only handle water splashes or sweaty hands. So you'll have to be extra careful with the OnePlus Open. On that note, if you guys are using any of these smartphones, mention below your review. We'll pin the best one so it helps other people in the community. So this was a short video. This is Pratik signing off. See you in the next one. Pew, pew, pew.